Now, I love this part of the show. It's Life Hacks. This is where we try and help you with issues in everyday life and try to save you time, money, and sort out your well-being. Now, when I say public speaking, does that fill you with horror? Yes. To many of us, it will. But my next guest may just be able to help with that. Fred Afrifa and Gordon Williams are co-founders of Believe in Greatness, which is a public speaking teaching company. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Oh, see, you do it in unison. Of course you're great at speaking. Let's start with you, Fred. This is such an important role. Many people have to do a speech at some point in their lives.
Exactly, yeah. So the people that come to us, we find that public speaking is actually the number one fear according to many studies, and it's something that loads of people struggle with. So I guess the first thing we want to say is if you struggle with public speaking, if you get anxious, you're not alone, you're not strange. It's something that most of us have and you can improve it.
So how do you improve it, Gordon? What do you need to do to become a fantastic public speaker?
I think the first thing you need to understand is that you shouldn't weaponize fear. We also always see it as a sign that we're in trouble or we're going to do a bad job. But it's actually an indication that we're putting ourselves in a very important situation where we want to exceed. So first thing is the realization that it will always be present. And one tip that we always suggest is remembering to breathe. Breathing is something that helps you to feel a lot more calm and it's a timely reminder that you are going to be able to do a good job.
I mean, when you say that even that in itself is really difficult, isn't it, Fred, to just try and sort your mindset out properly?
Exactly, and I think the mindset of public speaking is something that's really important. Public speaking is often seen as like a presentation that you have to deliver in front of these crazy crowds, but actually we say public speaking shouldn't be seen as a presentation and more so as a conversation. Because even you, Trish, I'm sure if you were just speaking to family, friends, you'll be okay. Whereas maybe in front of a big stage, you might get anxious, get nervous. So seeing public speaking as a conversation rather than a presentation can really help your mindset going into it.
But let's be honest, Gordon, some people, no matter how much you train up, they are still going to be a bag of nerves speaking to people. Can you help anyone? Can anyone be helped? Can everyone?
We are here to help everyone because we are Believe in Greatness. And what's so important, especially when it comes to public speaking, is to get the exposure. Confidence is based on the evidence you have. So if your previous experiences with public speaking were not the best, it's easy for you not to feel as though you're not going to do a good job. And that's the great thing about the work we do. By giving people regular opportunities to practice this skill and understand their opportunity to grow. And then over time, they increase in their confidence and they become more confident in their public speaking as well.
Okay, gentlemen, we want some fast-track skills and tips, please. Starting with you, Fred. What's the number one thing to be, confident at public speaking?
Definitely. So the first thing is to actually understand that confidence is a skill, not a talent. So the belief that if you're not confident right now, you can and you will improve. And to do that, you need professional practice. What we mean by that is you need to practice in front of people that will actually give you good feedback. Because I'm from a Boston background and I can tell you, Trish, if you practice, you won't get better, but you will actually get worse. So practice doesn't lead to perfection, it leads to improvement, and you need professional practice in the right environment.
Okay, Gordon, tip number 2.
Tip number 2 is the shift in your mindset, especially when it comes to public speaking and when we do lack that confidence, it's easy for us to always focus on the worst possible possibilities. So it's important for us to have that shift in perspective and understand with that exposure, there is the possibility it may not go well, but we can learn from it. And that's what's so important. So for our students, we always tell them, even if it's not going perfectly the first time, over time it will improve. Practice leads to improvement, not perfection.
Okay, and then also to conclude, Fred, dry mouth, sweaty hands, shaky hands. What do we do to stop that?
Common thing. And actually, a psychologist once told us that having a wet mouth is an indication to your body that you can relax. As well, having a dry mouth is an indicator to your body that you should be anxious. So simply sipping water before and during your speeches can do a lot by telling your body to relax.
Oh, Lord. Okay, well, listen, I do radio, so it's okay for me to talk. But when I'm in front of, some public speaking hall or whatever, I am a bag of nerves. So this is great advice for me as well. If people want to visit your website, where do they go?
Yes, so you can find us on www.believeinGreatness.org, or you can find us on Instagram at Big Public Speaking, BIG Public Speaking.
Okay, so right for you two. You've got the skill. I'm arrested.
Trish, it wasn't always like this.
No.
We also struggled a lot, and we also had to work at it. That's why we know that anyone can get better, because if we can do it, you can do it too.
It's just the practice.
There we have it. Come on, we can do it. You know, we've got loads of Christmas nativity speeches for the kids as well coming up. All sorts of wedding speeches as well. Do check out their website. And thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you, Trish.
Thank you, Trish.